Ismael Flores, 19-year-old college student and boxer as well.
Can you share a little bit about your boxing journey and how it got started? Like what motivates you to continue despite like your setbacks and stuff like that?
So actually boxing came in a very weird way. You know, I think a lot of great things in life come that way. I actually played soccer majority of my life. I competed, I went to Spain, I went to Mexico, and one would say that I was better at soccer, and I did love it a lot. And when I was 14, I had a high school teacher by the name of Aaron Benzinger, and he seen my work ethic in the gym, in PE class, and he's like, hey, you should do boxing. I've always wanted to do boxing since I was in 6th grade, but my mom never wanted to take me. She thought it was dangerous, and then it was always pretty expensive. But then in 9th grade, the teacher took me to a boxing gym, and I went there, and the first day I was learning how to throw the jabs, and everything was so hard and new, and I loved it. It was amazing, but I didn't have the money to afford it, you know, and I kind of told that to Manny, like, hey, you know, I don't have the money to afford this. My mom doesn't have that much money to just be taking me. You know, it's pretty expensive for where we're from. So he told me, hey, I'll make you a deal. If you stay after class and you clean all the mats and you clean everything, I'll let you come here box for free. So the only thing I need from you is your commitment. You're gonna come every day. And ever since then, you know, I've been with them and all the 3 gyms we've been to. Thankful to God that he's building a new one, and we're gonna build a pretty 9.6 acres. He's gonna build one, so that's kind of how my journey began. And ever since then, I just been grinding. You know, I feel like the worst part of it all is all the potential I have and all these injuries have set me back a lot. But I stay motivated by knowing that, you know, God has got a different type of journey for me. You know, and I'm not like everybody else. I have my own destiny, so I just stay patient as much as I can. Obviously, there's days I don't, but I try to stay patient.
Yeah. Okay. Can you explain to us like how you got injured?
So it's weird, you know. I haven't talked about it because it's been really emotional for me, because all I know is sports. So when I was fresh out of my senior year of high school, I was in the summer. I was going through a phase where I was going to decide if I was going to go to Kentucky to go play at a private school for college soccer, or there was multiple offers I had, but
the Mitchell boys soccer team features a player who is second in the state in goals scored, but that isn't his only talent, as he's this week's Colorado Springs Orthopedic Group Athlete of the Week.
If somebody beats me in something I suck at, I'm like, all right, let me practice it and get better, and then I'm gonna beat you, and then I'll rub it in your face, because you rubbed it in mine.
Mitchell's Ismael Flores might be the most competitive kid you'll ever meet.
That's a fake keeper. In my mind, I think I'm the best at everything. You could ask anybody that knows me, like, if it's drinking a water, I want to beat you drinking a water.
And Flores has the resume to back it up.
The best piece of advice I've heard of and gotten is not worrying about everybody liking you.
The senior is the starting striker on the soccer team, the kicker for the football team, and has a 4.0 GPA. The kicker, he's a gold glove boxer on the side.
Like, I'm always have a growth mindset, ready to learn.
And that growth is inspired by 2 of the most important people in his life.
I feel like my parents are my heroes. If I put all my mind and hard work ethic that I know I have and I have installed in me, I think I'll be able to do it for sure. And there's no doubt in my mind that tells me, no, you won't. But I know I can do it.
Because as Ismael says, he just doesn't lose.
The work ethic you put in everything, you do it with joy.
Playing with joy, Mitchell's Ismael Flores, this week's Colorado.
I wanted to go play, or I was going to stay here and play soccer. So I had a fight in August, and I broke my thumb originally, and I was in a cast for 2 months. So that was my first injury ever, and everything was going fine. And a day before they took the cast off, I went to go play soccer. When I went to go play soccer, I tore my ACL. I went to go stop the most basic movement I've done all my life since I was 3 years old, and my ACL tore. In the moment, I knew what it was. Oh, I tore my ACL. I was crying. The first thing that I said in my head is, hey, my career's over.
Yeah.
You know, I put all this self-doubt in my head. I went through a whole rehab process, a year.
How this shit looks.
And everything was fine. You know, I already had 2 boxing matches and I won both of them. I was back to being myself, and I was feeling better and better and better again. So me and my boxing coach were sparring, getting ready to go to a tournament in Louisiana. And exactly where you're standing at right now, I want to go take a step back to my right. I mean, like I said, the most basic movements, and boom, I heard a pop, and I was like, oh no, not again. That's the first words that came out of my mouth, and coach was like, what do you mean not again? I was like, I heard it again. But this time it felt different. I was able to walk. It didn't feel as painful. So, you know, I started putting hope in my head, like, hey, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. I got the MRI, same thing, and then a little bit of a meniscus tear. I got surgery 5 months ago, and ever since then I've been going through the rehab process again. And it's definitely been a little bit different because you're kind of comparing this rehab with the other, and it's just been difficult going through 2 rehabs, and yeah, that's basically how I got injured.
Oh, dang. What role did mental resilience play in your healing process? Like, how was your mental and everything for you to come back to the ring and stuff?
I think it's just getting over the fear factor. You know, you're scared of doing it again and again. Like, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Or you're scared of doing too much, which it's good. You know, my therapist told me it's good having a good fear, but you also you got to build little and little pieces of confidence. You got to give yourself confidence by coming to the gym, trying things that you think you can't, that you think you can't do, but you probably can. You know, getting yourself out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
So just having the mental resilience of saying like, hey, I can do this. I've done it before. You just kind of, best way I would say is you got to feed yourself a little confidence to grow.
So like,
you know, give yourself little victories in the gym.
How do you adapt like a training routine during your recovery?
Well, doing recovery is much different than normal training. You know, when I'm normally training, you know, it's like, you know, go hard. You know, we're doing 2, 3 a days. But when you're going through rehab, it's much different. You got to learn how to. You're basically learning how to do the most basic things over. You're learning how to walk again, learning how to sit, learning how to jump. So I'm regrowing everything. Everything I thought I knew since I was a kid, like to walk, I have to learn how to do again. So it's just being patient. I mean, I'm not training crazy amounts.
Yeah.
I'm training maybe once, twice a day max. So just being patient is the most important during rehab. You want to do enough, if not more, but you don't want to overdo it where you break your body down or you're doing extra stuff. So just being patient. So that's the main thing going through rehab. At least once a day, twice a day max. But you want to be patient and not try to do the old things you were doing because your body's not ready to handle that yet.
Yeah, okay. Now, did your injury impact like your boxing style and like your strategy of how you're sparring different partners and different boxers now?
I guess in a way, the only thing that it does affect is your, when you're getting back into it, is your kind of mental. You know, you're thinking a little too much. So I'm thinking like, okay, be careful when you're stepping here. It's just more, you're more thinking extra. You're in your own head. So it takes time to build confidence and get used to the movements. As far as my style, it doesn't really change my style or anything. You know, I'm going to box freely, but I guess you're thinking too much. So in a way, it makes you more reactive and more in your own head. But overall, my style, it hasn't affected it.
Okay. Now, who played a crucial role in your comeback to right now?
I guess for my parents would be the main ones because they've always supported me all my life. I mean, they believe in my dreams as much as I do. I mean, they're there. They think that I can do great things, and I know I can as well. And my boxing coach as well, you know, he's someone that he can tell me the truth, blunt, straightforward, and that I think that's someone you need in life.
Yeah.
He tells me how it is. He doesn't sugarcoat things. Like if I'm gaining weight, he's going to tell me I'm gaining weight. If I'm doing the wrong things, he's going to tell me straight up how it is. And I'm thankful for him for that. I would say other outside inspirations would be, like athletes that have come back from this injury, like Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham, like those guys that I've seen that had similar injuries to mine, and they've come back just by approaching the rehab by, I'm going to attack it, I'm going to work as hard as I can. So seeing people that went through my similar situation or at the highest level kind of inspired me, knowing that, hey, if they did it, I can do it as well.
Okay. And lastly, what's some advice you can give some young boxers facing setbacks or injuries?
I would say is just be patient with yourself, understand that you're not going to be where you want to be right away. Give yourself time, trust yourself, and put your needs ahead of everyone else's. When you're in rehab, I guess don't go looking for other people to help them. Help yourself, because we are injured. Just patience, that's the main thing. Just being patient with yourself.
Okay, I like that.
I wouldn't say to fans and followers, but to myself or to everybody out there who thinks I can't come back. Just know that I will be back to even higher levels, and I see a lot of people succeeding and doing their thing, and I'm happy for them. But I just know my time is gonna come. I think the hardest thing for rehab is just seeing everybody else living your dream, and seeing them do great stuff, and there's a little bit of jealousy and envy in your heart, dang, I wish I was me. But my boxing coach told me that what they're doing isn't your dream. Your dream is doing what you're gonna do. So I'm really excited. I've been approaching rehab really hard, and I can't wait till I come back and start fighting again and just doing the things that I love and having fun, because when I come back, it's gonna be 100%. I know there's going to be no setbacks, and I'm going to work as hard as I can to get back to bigger heights and hopefully make a name for myself in the boxing world, to help my family provide for themselves. That's my main goal. I love boxing, but I would love providing for my family, not having to see my dad work every day, not having to see my mom struggle and my brother and sister struggle as well. But other than that, I hope to see everybody when I'm on top.